Let's talk about how you could eat more and still burn fat. This is something that a lot of people are interested in. I'm not a starve maxing guy. I'm not one of these guys who thinks that men need to be eating 1,000 calories. Women need to be eating 700 calories. Oh, starve max. Like, we're not doing that, guys. We need to eat a good amount of food, and good amount is subjective, but we need to be eating enough food to where we could get our micronutrients in, and to also where we can hit our macros, because that's is what's going to allow for us to be healthy along the way, to sustain where we're getting to be able to be as functional as possible, mental cognition, be able to sleep, be able to train hard, be able to recover, all these things, be able to not get sick. Our macros and our micros have to be on point. And the way that we keep our macros and our micronutrients on point is by eating a good amount of calories. So, how do you eat more food and still burn more fat? The way that you do that is by being more active. I'm gonna drop videos about this in the future, but high volume has to be the way. A lot of you guys don't like high volume because everybody tells you that less is more, low volume and shit. Bro, high volume is the way. That's how I train. That's how I get my clients to train. If you want any high volume programs, or if you want a personalized training program, a personalized nutrition program, or if you even want my high volume ebook, because I have an ebook detailing my philosophy around high volume for natural lifters, all that will be in the description. So check the description if you guys are interested. But high volume is going to be the way. High volume gym sessions, as well as being more active during the day, is what's going to allow for you to eat more food and burn more fat. Now, you will still need to be in a calorie deficit to burn fat, right? You're not eating more food and then, or you're not being more active and eating more food and getting out your deficit. That's not that, you're not going to burn fat. Burning calories and burning fat are not the same thing. And we'll talk about that more in the future, right? Because a lot of people get that confused. But if you're more active and you burn more calories, which allows you to eat more, but even within you eating more, you're still eating less than you need to maintain your current body weight, then you will burn fat, right? You will burn fat. So that's the goal. The goal is to be active, to eat a good amount of food, but eat just enough food to where we're supporting our micro and our macronutrients in our body, but still in a slight deficit so we can get some body fat off of us, right? And the best way that you're going to do that is by training high volume in the gym and by being more active outside the gym. We're not doing hours of cardio. We're not doing hours of cardio. We're training hard in the gym. We're doing a lot of resistance training, training with weights and training with our body weight, right? Weight training with resistance and calisthenics. When I say weight training, I'm not talking about strength training. So I like to be very, very meticulous when I say we're training with resistance. We're resistance training. We're using the resistance of our body and of weights to sculpt a beautiful physique. We're not training for strength, and we're not really weight training. We're not just picking up weights and doing bullshit. We're resistance training to sculpt a beautiful physique. That should be like 90% of what you do, maybe 80. The other 10 to 20% is just walking. And then, well, let's say that should be 80, 50, 15% should be, well, actually, no. Let's say like the resistance training, I'm trying to put like the whole pie together, will be like 60, the walk-in is like 35, and then 5% is actual like formal um activity that is cardio, but it's not a cardio machine. Like whether you want to box, whether you want to sprint, whether you want to bike, whether you want to do like a Zumba class or like some type of high intensity yoga class if you're a woman, battle ropes, like that's the other like 5% would be like maybe it's like some functional cardiovascular activity, but then 30% is walking and then 60% is resistance training. That's the pie, right? That's how you're going to be as active as possible during the day. I'm gonna drop some more videos again. If you guys want my high volume training for naturals ebook or my body game ebook, all the ebooks and programs will be in the description, right? And if you want my 24-week coaching, my 6-month coaching, that'll be in the description, right? I want to talk more about high volume because it's not popular, but it's how I get my physique and it's how I help people get their physique. And that's how I'm able to stay so lean, is because I'm more active. A lot of you guys watching this video work desk jobs too. You guys are already inactive for most of the day. So going to the gym and not doing a lot of the activity in the gym and then also not being active for the rest of the day is why you have to eat so little to burn fat. That's exactly why. High volume is going to be even more important for people who live sedentary lifestyles outside the gym. Make your sessions more dense. Again, I will drop videos about this, every single detail in terms of like high volume, denser sessions, all these things. I'm gonna drop videos about this in the future. But this is how you're gonna be able to eat more calories and still burn fat, is by being more active, living more of an active lifestyle, but still being in a deficit, because you're not gonna out activity the food. The food still needs to be in a slight caloric deficit, but your caloric deficit and the food that you'll be able to eat, the amount of food that you'll be able to eat on your caloric deficit will be higher if you implement these things that I'm telling you guys. Okay, follow me on Instagram at Randall Branch. I post stories and reels every single day. DM me if you guys have any questions. I already told you guys about my training and my nutrition, all that stuff, and my philosophy around physical wellness and high volume. All that stuff will be in the description. If you guys want to check out my clothing line too, that will be in the description as well. Okay. This is Random Branch Media. I'll see you guys later for another video. Peace.